gonna continue where we left off with Alan Wake.
Don't open the door.
We'll probably RDR2, because that's
Stay
actually
hidden.
fun to
I'll
play.
be there soon.
I need to check. Can I split chat?
I'd have to get the car from the locked garage. It would get me back to Barry faster, and the headlights were a welcome bonus.
The gun doesn't work. Why? Oh, manuscript? Manuscript.
The FBI agent's command froze me in place. I had to find the key to the garage.
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
You can learn about nature and yourself.
Coming, Barry! Wait, I don't like that guy. I'm coming to kill you, Barry! How's Wake such a bad driver?
The flare gun was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the dark things I was facing. It was the kidnapper.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need... a week.
Not done?
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. Not, well, get me?
Yes, I get you.
How can you write a manuscript for a book
Barry had
you didn't
talked
even know
about birds
existed?
over the phone.
Al, I am so glad you're here. A couple of them got in here before I walked the kitchen. This isn't normal. These birds are weird.
Open the door now. They're gone.
Hey, Al. I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour.
I know.
See you soon.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the Old Deer Diner.
Good girl.
That was interesting.
Come here. Pretty please. Can you tell me where I am? You. Won't you say something? I need to get my bearings amongst. And the shadows keep on changing.
Previously on Alan Wake. Alice has been kidnapped.
Alice, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her.
You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
How many episodes are in Alan Wake?
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff.
Interesting.
Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
The only thing good about you is
ain't
your
wrong,
puppy
mister.
jacket, and even
The
then
Indians
it's
thought the
tacky.
lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
I need to search something. I broke. Okay. Okay, so there's one ending, so I'm fine.
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook store. The Scratching Hag. Comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
That's it. I see a thermos in there, so we have to be able to go in here.
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
Welcome to... Oh dear. Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh, yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Hey, this is really good.
Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry? She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al? Al, what's... Oh...
Barry! What?
come on, dude. That doesn't get out easily.
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Back to work, boy.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Ah, so we've had so much action, now we're shifting it to horror.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today?
Ignore her.
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refills
I have no idea.
free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials?
No, I did not drug her.
My gun and flashlight were gone. Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime.
Oh no.
I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
I don't really want to turn on the radio. It don't. What? Can't believe you had to make me go around game.
Oh, you're gonna get it now. God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Slane!
They are FBI officers. How are they that bad at aiming?
What are you? I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
There he is! We have the suspect in sight! Okay, man. Keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here.
Oh, damn.
Is there supposed to be like some crouching mechanic, some stealth mechanic I don't know? difficult. It's probably like an Unreal Engine either 3 or 4 demo.
Come on, guys. We need to head him off.
Nice.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end.
Oh no. Turn my mic gain down. Take it. Take it. I do not like the sound of that.
Search the area.
Good, you don't know where I am. No. I don't have anything. You don't know that you need to point your flashlight at it either. Andy, good riddance.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
Are you kidding? I mean, have you seen this guy? He wears a tweed jacket. Over. He's the guy we're chasing. If it's not him, who then? Bigfoot? Over. I don't know yet, but I'm not in the habit of jumping to conclusions. That tends to come back and bite you in the ass. Out.
Do not insult my man's drip. I'm gonna murk on all. Oh. I'm probably not gonna get to shoot cops, but still. Do not insult my man's drip. Except the elbow pads. You can make fun of the elbow pads, but anything else, no.
You on the ground. Hold it right there. There's nowhere to run. Freeze!
Wait, so did Dark Place now protecting Alan?
This is James. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over.
Thornton here. James, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were... Hey, what are you doing? Come on.
Sit down and give me that. James, Mulligan here. Over.
Go ahead, Mulligan. Over.
We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about him, you know what I mean. Over.
I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over.
Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both. Over.
Try and get a closer look at it.
Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The, Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over.
Oh, yeah, I'll bet he does. Looks like they have a lot
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine.
I wonder if I'm like...
Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
Oh, no. Not a puzzle segment. Stupid game does a puzzle segment. I'm gonna be mad. So there wasn't a gate? We just got rid of it? Man, these shadows are confusing with their rules. What? What's the threat here?
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
T1, come in. Over. T1, this is Sheriff Breaker. Report. Over. T2, come in. I need a report. Over. Come on, guys. Talk to me. Come in, please. Over.
Hey. And die. Oh! I forgot that I have limited flashbangs just for a sec, so I'm gonna draw it.
And here's another call. You're on KBF-FM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, helicopters buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Gunshots?
Yes, sir. Like from a pistol.
Man. Didn't know we were taking school pictures. Hey, school picture day. Smile. Crap, a cruiser. Wait. Never mind, it's busted. Oh no, it's busted. Why do they have these many flash grenades? This is police, not the military. School picture day, style. And you too, don't forget your photo. Yes, it's the Radio Shack. Kyle, you're on camera. Barbed. What? Oh my god. Why the barbed wire? I'm just a friendly intruder. I think there's a flaw in your barbed wire plan. It's called a
I
door.
hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
Writer Alan Wake just walked in, folks. I'm going to see if I can talk him into an interview.
Come on in, Mr. Wake. Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me. Don't hurt.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Everyone calm down. Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him. What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
So they think Alan Wake's a guy named Jude Brown.
I'll get you yet, even if it kills me. You hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine. Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. "Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you?" Nightingale shook his...
So Nightingale thinks I'm somebody he's been chasing for a while. I mean, I'll gladly pick a flare, but only a like less. Oh, you can't even let me finish the conversation, can you? Hey, I got my own projectile. Get me out of here. I wonder. Okay, about.
There was no sensible reason for the power company. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
Hey, now we're playing with power. First off, flashbang. Fucking. Another one. I have learned the If I turn this on, there's a potentially big no.
Sarah trusted her gut, and her gut said Agent Nightingale was an asshole. He felt wrong, and it wasn't just the smell of stale booze. It was in the way he flashed his badge, pulled rank, the look in his eyes when he wanted answers. Where was Alan Wake? What was this about an accident? Where was his wife? And most importantly, why did she let Wake go? He wouldn't answer her questions. Federal business was all he'd say.
Oh, probably the Federal Department of Control. Who wants a train heist? Oh, resources. Yes, please. Yes, please. And yes, please.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan, I'm so afraid. Keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong some.
It's a dark place.
The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. How? But she had called me. I could see a railway bridge up ahead, and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
I like how people just leave the keys in your car. It's fine. They won't get stolen. And we're stealing the cars.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over. On the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
Follow. What's that supposed to mean?
That was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path. Is there any other magic pipes?
Why did I ask that question?
I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was in. As a teenager, just starting to get interested in writing, Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything.
Now we're seeing the portals. Get me out of here. Yeah, I know this information in light I can hurt them. Oh.
We take the facts of our existence for granted, unaware that they are merely a thin veneer of desperate self-delusion, covering a vast cosmos of madness and horror.
The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado.
Too often, the stars are right.
No! You gotta be kidding. In the foot. I guess they expected this to be a boss fight. Unfortunately, I am smart. Not smart enough to use shotgun though. Please let the car have headlights. Whew. Finally.
I had never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine. The coal mine wasn't far now. Today, I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
Go in this direction, okay.
Today, I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't
okay,
give
yeah,
him any other
I
choice.
deserve that.
A drowning man will clutch at a straw.